The next stage now is to add a teaspoon of fermentation stopper. This is a wine stabilizer that will prevent and stop the wine from gassing up. So I'll leave this in for 2 days. Before I add it, I shall just take a little test. I've sterilized my little tester. Put in that. Let's have a little taste. Gosh, that tastes nice. I'll add this now. So add the stabilizer and I'll stir it with a spoon, which I have sterilized. So this will stay in here now for 2 days. Before I put it into a demijohns and add the next fermentation stage, which is a vegan finance, and then I can after that then I can add some citrus or citric acids to bring the acidity down a bit. So yeah, that's this stage. So tune in now for next stage. My next step now is to pour in some vegan finance. So I have to stir that up. Vigorously, it says, so all the bottom will be mixed up. I have to leave this now for another 2 weeks for it all to settle, and then I can transfer it into another container and then bottle it. I think that's good enough, so I shall now leave it for another 2 weeks, and then I can transfer to another container and bottle. Good morning. This morning I'll be transferring my wine now into a few demijohns and to another bucket, and this is so that I can test the acidity levels in it and add some citric acid, and if I'm happy with it I can then bottle it. So here goes. It's a slow process, this is. I must say it does look very clear. Excuse me a minute. After I've transferred it, I've let it settle now for a couple of hours, and I've added some citric acid to both the barrel and the demijohn, and now I am going to transfer it to some bottles. So I'm using a pump for this. Once you get it going, I've sterilised the bottles in Camden tablets, so they've been soaking for at least 20 minutes. Just up to the brim. I squeeze the pipe each time I wanted to stop. Just seeing how much on demijohn will take. The dogs were barking earlier because there was some Jehovah's Witnesses at the door. I've seen one lady running up the steps now. I don't think she liked the dogs. Not that I got anything against their religion. I just don't like it rammed down my throat. One demijohn comfortably does 6 bottles. So I fill the other one up now. Well, that's not willing to work, is it? I'll put this back in the sterilising liquid. Old-fashioned way, is it? One demijohn, 6 bottles. I shall now attempt to cork them. Right, to cork the bottle, I'm using this plastic corker. Just stick the cork in. Then push down. That's in. The seal. It's twisted. And that's it. I would prefer the wine to be a lot more clearer than what it is, but there's only been 2 hours settling, so I leave this barrel now for about another 24 hours before I can bottle it. So that is my winemaking. I've followed the instructions by the Hedgerow winemaking kit, and this is it. And to be honest, it tastes really nice. I'm quite pleased with myself. So I am going to have a nice Christmas. So again, I won't put the whole lot from the Hedgerow in the description, but I will put how I've been doing it and the processes I've been making in the description. So if you want to, you can carry on yourself. So thank you very much for watching, and if you want to carry on and like to receive more of my recipes and my methods, please like and subscribe. Thank you very much.